What the fuck is going on with gold? All right, testing. You guys hear me? We should be live on YouTube right now. Can you guys hear me? You crazy mother effers. Can you guys hear me? We should be live right now. Can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me. You guys can hear me. All right, we'll get started here in a minute. I'm just going to go over to that other channel and tell them we're live on YouTube right now. How is everybody doing this morning? How are you fuckers doing today? I'm doing good, brother. I'm always doing good. I'm always doing good. So here you can see the terminal on this account. Gosh, we were much better on this account a little bit earlier, but we'll continue to kill it. This account is just a small account that I was showing you guys yesterday. This account started yesterday at $497, and so we'll just do the account history here. Custom period from the 22nd. I actually started yesterday. This account from the 22nd to the 26th. And you guys will be able to see right there when I open that what is going on with this thing. Okay, so there you can see on 2/23 deposited $497 in this account for shits and giggles, right? And you can see if I scroll down here that I am up over 200%. I'm up 200% in this account. You can see profit of 970. Of up 200% in that account because I'm not a pussy and I know how to trade. Okay, so I'm up 200% in this account. I'm down a little bit right now in these trades, but that's okay. We'll just wait because these trades will go in my favor and I'm not as scared of a little drawdown. That's okay. But what a night it was, huh? That night was crazy. That night was crazy as hell. Gold skyrocketed. Now gold's coming down to a major support level at 1916. We talked about that yesterday in my live stream. If you go back to the live stream yesterday, we talked about this level. So let's go to gold and let's go here real quick. We talked about this level on gold at 1916 was a level. Let's see if we go to the daily. Whew. Right here. So we're at that level right now. Let me get the epic pin out. But what a night last night, huh? What a effing night last night of trading. So we're at this major support level that was previous resistance from back in May of 2021. Right here, I'm going to circle it, and we'll see how it reacts around here. Right, we'll see how it reacts, but it is still an uptrend on the weekly chart, the daily chart, the 4-hour chart, and the monthly chart. This is still a hella bullish chart. Okay, the time frames haven't changed. The trend hasn't changed on gold just because we're getting this massive move down now. Okay, the trend has not changed. It is still a massive uptrend. If you go to the 4-hour, the 4-hour actually might be a downtrend now because it's been dipping for a while. No, the 4-hour is still an uptrend. The daily is an uptrend. The weekly uptrend, and the monthly is an uptrend. Okay, all major time frames on gold are still an uptrend. Okay, so I am still looking to buy dips on gold, because that's what the charts tell me to do, right? Does that make sense to everybody? That's what the charts tell me to do. Now, does that mean it can't go down further? No, of course not. It can go down further. These markets are crazy, right? But the charts tell me that it is an uptrend and it continues to be an uptrend. So I want to continue to look to buy dips, if that makes sense to everybody, and hopefully it does. Hopefully that makes sense. Does that make sense to everybody? Hopefully it makes sense. Okay, so it's still a major uptrend, and I will continue to buy dips on gold. Continue to buy dips because that's what the higher time frames tell me to do, and I'm going to follow the higher time frame charts. All right, does that make sense to everybody? So we'll see how it reacts around this 1916 area, but that is a major support level from on the weekly from May of 2021 right there. Okay, that is a major support level, and I probably will buy a little bit more here. Let me just do this real quick. I'm just going to do a new order real quick here, and I do small lots on this account because it's a small account, right? But I'm probably going to just buy some more there because it's a good place to buy. It's a good support area. Okay, that support area is from May of 2021. And it's going to go back up. It may not go back all the way up to where it was before. But that is a really good support area. That was previous resistance that we talked about yesterday in the chat. In my live stream yesterday. We were talking about if it breaks 1916 yesterday, and you can go to that stream yesterday. If it breaks 1916, then there's a lot of room up to that next level at 1960, which was a resistance area. So obviously we hit that 1960 and a little above. Now we're looking to see if we can get some pullbacks to 1916 and then go up again. Okay, pretty simple, not too complicated, but it is still a major uptrend. So keep buying dips on gold. Does that make sense to everybody? Does that make sense to everybody and their mommies? So, and it may go down further, and that's fine if it goes down further. I don't care. I can hold my trades. I'm not a pussy. All right? I'm not a pussy. I can hold my trades. So, I'm not a pussy. I can hold my trades and be totally fine with holding my trades because I'm not a pussy. Okay? Pretty simple? What's going on, dude? Yeah, I just did, dude. I just did, but you weren't here. I'll show you on this account here. We'll go to account history, and we'll go from custom period 222, which was a couple days ago, to where it is now. And you can see on there when I get that there, bud, because I don't lie and I don't hide behind that. So when you get to that chart there, you can see on this account I deposited $500 in this account yesterday. I have multiple live accounts, but you can see that auto deposit $497. Do you guys see that yesterday? Do you see that? Do you see that? No do Beck. Do you see the $497 auto deposit yesterday? Okay, and if you scroll down to the very bottom, you have profits of $970, so 200% in the last 48 hours. So 200% in just this account, and I have 7 different live accounts, and I'm up over 200% on all of 7 of those live accounts. So there it is right there, because I don't lie. I don't hide behind TradingView. I show you live results because I'm not a pussy. Okay, 200%. 200% in 48 hours. There it is right there. You wanted to see it? There it is. Because I'm not a pussy. Right? I'll show it to you because I'm not a pussy. So 200%, and I actually was up 300%. I actually had the account up to 2,000 early in London, and it's come back a little bit, but that's okay. I mean, you do 200% in 48 hours. That's insane, and that doesn't happen a lot, right? That doesn't happen all the time. So it's not like you should rely on that, but I just did 200%, and the reason I did was because I know how to fucking trade, and I'm not a pussy. So we talked about this pattern that I traded yesterday on gold, and you had multiple opportunities on the 1 hour chart since yesterday when you had the tail longer than the body of the candle, and I'll circle that. You had tail longer than the body of the candle multiple times yesterday during this up move to buy gold, and you would have made massive amounts of money every time you did that. So when the tail is longer than the body of the candle, like we talked about yesterday, you wait till the close of the 1 hour candle, and then you get in a buy. So this first one down below here that I drew, the first one, you would have gotten in at 1913, and you would have made massive amounts of money there. This next one up here, when the 1 hour closed up here, this one right here that I'm circling, the second circle, you would have gotten in at 1942. You would have made massive amounts of money. The next one up there, you would have gotten in around 1942. And this one up here, you would have gotten in around 1945, and you would have made massive amounts of money. It's a tail longer than the body of the candle with no wick at the top at the close of a 1 hour candle. Remember how we talked about that yesterday? Right? Does everybody remember that was in here yesterday? Do you guys remember that? So you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 opportunities within the last 24 hours to buy gold based on that 1 hour pattern that I'm showing to you with a tail longer than the body of the candle. And you buy at the close of the 1 hour candle, you would have made massive, massive amounts of money. You put your stop loss below the tail. If you get in, you put the stop loss below the tail, and it should be 20 to 30 points below the tail, because you don't want it to come and stop you out right at the tail, right? So if I'm getting in on this one right here, and I'm getting in at 1942, my stop loss has to be below that tail. I'll draw another line right here. Has to be below the tail at 1936, and it should be 20 to 30 points below that, because you don't want it to come and stop you out right at the tail. Does that make sense? So if you get at 1942, I might have my stop loss at 1932. And people are like, oh, that's a giant stop loss. It doesn't really matter as long as your risk to reward is in line, right? But when you trade higher time frame charts, you're gonna have higher stop losses. But I'd probably get in at 1942, and my stop loss would probably be at 1932. Then once I get up 40 to 50 points, if I'm in at 1942, 40 points would be 1946. I'll put my stop loss at break even, and then I'll just keep moving my stops. Does that make sense? But you had multiple opportunities yesterday to buy gold based on that 1 hour pattern, and you would have made an insane amount of money, because every higher time frame is an uptrend. We've already established that. The 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, the monthly is an uptrend. So all you're doing is you're looking for dips to buy gold. So I take my entries on the 1 hour time frame, right? I take my entries on the 1 hour time frame, and then I look to trade with the trend, obviously, right? Always best to trade with the trend. And I look for that opportunity to buy dips, right? Does that make sense? The GOAT. Yeah. So I made 200%. I'm down on some trades right now, which is okay. I'm fine with being down on trades right now. Okay? I know that the trades will come back in my favor. I'm not worried about that at all. I'm sexy as hell. Okay, I'm not worried about the fact that I'm down on trades right now. I don't care. I'm a swing trader, right? I'm not a pussy scalper. Scalping's for pussies. If you scalp, you're a pussy. Okay? I don't care. If gold goes down even further, guess what? I'll buy more, because that's what the trend tells me to do, and I'm not a pussy. Does that make sense to everybody? Pussyclat. All right. I'm not a pussy. If you're a scalper, you're a pussy. I would rather get kicked in the balls than scalp. I would rather someone literally take like a 10-yard head start, running start, and kick me in my balls than scalp. And the reason I say that is because you have to be so deadly accurate with your entries, right? When you swing trade like I do, you don't have to be as accurate. But when you scalp, one little market manipulation and you're out, right? One little market manipulation and you're out. So I would rather get kicked in the balls. The US 30, every time it goes up, you sell the US 30, because the US 30 is in big trouble. The economy in the US is in big trouble. Everything is in big trouble. Every time the US 30 goes up, you short the living shit out of it. Okay, here's another perfect example, right? Because a short would be opposite, right? A short would have a wick at the top, longer than the body on the 1 hour candle, with no tail at the bottom. I'm going to circle that one right there, right? A wick at the top, longer than the body, that would be your sell signal on the US 30 at the close of the 1 hour candle. That was a beautiful trade if you took that sell, right? If you took that sell, you would have gotten in right here. Let's go right around here. and you would have made money. You would have done really well, right? You would have gotten in there, and it would have made a low of, you would have been 200 points on that. And then you had a nice buy on it too, right? Then it came back and it bought. This candle right here, this blue candle right there came back and bought, right? So this pattern works on any time frame, any pair, Bitcoin, crypto, any of it. It works on all of it. But I'm not a pussy. I don't scalp. Scalping's for pussies, so go put on your women's panties if you're going to scalp. Okay? Go put on your women's panties if you're going to scalp, because scalping's for pussies. I've been doing this for 18 years, folks. 18 fucking years. I know what I'm talking about. And I'm a narcissist? Yeah, probably. Am I an asshole? Yeah. So what? I make money. The markets don't care about your feelings. The markets don't care about my feelings. The markets don't give two shits about any of our feelings. Not two shits. So what? I'm an asshole. I speak the truth. And most of the people in that room are idiots. Most of the people in that gold chat room, because if the old saying is true that 90% of retail traders lose, 80 to 90% of retail traders lose, and let's say there's 300 people in there, so if at 80%, that would be 60 people maybe are winning traders, 240 of them are losers. At 90%, that would be, what, 270 people are losers? That room is full of stupid ass losers. And I'm sorry if that hurts your feelings, but the truth hurt. The truth doesn't care about your feelings at all. The truth doesn't care about your feelings. The markets don't give a damn about your feelings. If you can't handle someone like me giving you a little bit of crap in a chat room, then you're never going to be able to handle the markets. The markets will eat you up, spit you out, and laugh at you. They don't give two shits about you. They don't give two shits about me. I've been doing this, like I said, for 18 years. Markets don't know my name. Markets don't care about me. So if you can't handle some old ass white boy, you know, middle-aged white guy, straight white guy, you can kiss my ass. The markets don't care about you. They don't care about me. Grow a set of balls. Okay? The moment I became a successful trader is when my emotions were the same whether I won or lost on a trade. I have no emotions. I could care less what my trades do right now. I don't give a damn. I really don't. All right, so you know the pattern. I've told you the pattern. The pattern is really simple. If you want to buy, it's a tail at the bottom of the body of the candle, longer than the body of the candle, right? I'll circle it one more time, and then I'm going to get out of here and go sit in the hot tub. Okay, if you want to buy, it's this right here. It's a tail at the bottom of the candle, of the body of the candle with no wick at the top at the close of a 1 hour candle, right? And then if it's a sell, it's the opposite. It's a wick at the top, longer than the body of the candle with no tail at the bottom. Does that make sense to everybody? Oh. Does that make sense to everybody? It's the simplest fucking trading you'll ever see in your life. Figure out what the trend is, the overall trend, the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly, and then trade alongside the trend and use that pattern. You'll be right 85% of the time, no matter what time frame, no matter what pair, it does not matter. I like to trade the 1 hour chart. You'll never see me trade a 15-minute chart because, like I said, I'd rather get kicked in the balls. You have to determine that, Ultra. If you want to do a little bit of a sneaky peeky on it and you want to do that, that's fine. You have to determine that, but you will be right 85% of the time if you just do that. Does that make sense, everybody? Before I go, does that make sense to everybody? I'm going to go get naked and sit in my hot tub, and none of you are invited. Okay, that you're sick fucks if you think you're going to come into my hot tub with me naked. You're sick fucks. Then again, maybe you are sick fucks. I don't know. I don't know who you are. Maybe you are sick fucks. Maybe you're like Vladimir Putin and you like little schoolgirls because you're a pedo. I don't know. But I'll be in the gold chat room as I sit in the hot tub and make fun of people. Don't take it too seriously, guys. Honestly, it's just trading is 90% boring. Trading full time is 90% boring. And it's just fun sometimes to go in there and make fun of people, because literally most of those people in there are pretty damn stupid. That's just the truth, right? That's just the damn truth. They're just dumb. If you have to ask in a trade room if you should buy or sell, you should just stop trading right now, right? Look at your fucking charts. If you're asking some schmucks on a YouTube channel if you should buy or sell, learn how to read your fucking charts. Learn how to read them. It's not our job. It's not our job to go into that chat room and tell people what to do. Learn how to read a fucking chart. I worked my ass off to get where I am. You're not entitled to my knowledge. You're not entitled to shit, right? Learn how to read the fucking charts on your own. You'll never become a better trader if you just sit in chat rooms and say, is it a buy or sell? Can I buy or sell? My algo is still active, yes. And my signal group is still active. Okay? You will never become a better trader by asking a bunch of people if it's a buy or sell. If you do that, you should just shit your pants, change your diaper like Joe Biden, and stop trading. And you should be mercilessly mocked for doing that. Mercilessly mocked for doing that if you're asking if it's a buy or sell. Learn to read a fucking chart. What does your charts tell you? What do your fucking charts tell you? Okay? I just gave you the simplest pattern that will make you more money than Jesus has. I'm just kidding. I don't know how much Jesus has, and I love my Lord and Savior Jesus. So I'm just kidding. I don't know how much money he has. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can follow me on Instagram. It's Ironman. I'm going to type it into the chat. Ironman Futures Trading on Instagram. I'm going to type it into the chat here, then I'm going to get the hell out of here. I'm going to go sit in the hot tub and get naked. All right, everybody. Everybody have a great day. I just typed in my Instagram account. If you want to follow me there, you can DM me there. I do have a signal group for just the US 30, and my signal group kicks ass. We're 4 for 4 this week already. But we'll chat with you guys later. If you have any questions, just follow me on Instagram and DM me there. You bastards.